In books and movies, pirates have long been romanticized as brave explorers who sail the high seas in search of wealth. But the truth about piracy is not at all exciting. Piracy today is a big problem, especially in places like the seas near Somalia, where it threatens trade and the safety of sailors. In this video, we look into the complicated world of piracy. We look at the methods pirates use, the ways the U.S. Navy fights piracy, and real-life incidents where pirates and naval forces have met. How piracy changed over time? Pirated goods are not just a thing of the past. They are still a threat today. Piracy makes people think of the golden age of piracy in the 16th and 17th centuries, when swashbuckling pirates stole wealth. But piracy today has changed to fit the needs of modern maritime life. Pirate attacks have increased by 75% in the last 10 years, and pirates are using more advanced weapons and methods to target ships that are weak. In the past, pirates often came from poor and oppressed areas and were looking for a safe place to escape. During the golden age of piracy, pirates were often punished by being marooned, which means leaving people on empty islands with few supplies. Modern pirates, on the other hand, don't believe in idealized ideas of adventure. Instead, they use guns, rocket launchers, and fast boats to do their illegal work. The water near Somalia has been one of the most infamous places for piracy in recent years. Somali pirates are known for attacking merchant ships without any fear, using tricks like fake distress signs and sneaky moves to get on big ships. These pirates don't have to worry about getting caught, so they pose a serious threat to trade routes and the safety of sailors who travel these dangerous seas. How the U.S. Navy fights piracy in several ways? Because the danger of piracy is growing, the U.S. Navy has come up with a number of different ways to fight this old enemy. Using new technologies, strategic relationships, and tactical moves, the U.S. Navy tries to stop, find, and disrupt pirate activities in areas where they are likely to happen. Non-lethal deterrence. One of the main ways the U.S. Navy stops pirate attacks is by using ways that don't involve killing people. Many people in the maritime business use water cannons, which are non-lethal weapons that work well to keep pirates from getting on merchant ships. Pirates are scared off by these strong streams of water, and they can also make it hard for pirate boats to move, which makes it less likely that they will be able to successfully board. Enhanced ship hardening. Both military and civilian ships have physical features that make it harder for pirates to get on board. Razor wire, anti-climbing barriers, reinforced doors, and fortified citadels are all strong defenses that make it much harder for pirates to get on ships and steal their valuable goods. The U.S. Navy makes seafaring trade routes safer and more secure by making ships stronger against possible pirate attacks. Best management practices. To lower the risk of piracy, the U.S. Navy actively promotes best management practices in the shipping business. Some of these practices are keeping high-speed transit running, holding anti-piracy drills, having lookouts, and making plans for the Citadel to protect crew members in case of a pirate attack. By following procedures that are accepted by the industry, ships improve their readiness and response, making them less vulnerable to pirate threats. Aerial surveillance. Helicopters and unmanned aerial vehicles are very important to the U.S. Navy's anti-piracy activities because they can do a lot of surveillance from above. These planes watch over large areas, find strange activity, and send real-time data to naval ships and maritime officials. Aerial surveillance improves situational awareness, which lets people respond quickly to piracy incidents and makes sure that naval forces are used effectively to fight pirate threats. Sharing information together. International partners can work together to fight piracy more easily when they share information through programs like the Maritime Security Center Horn of Africa and the International Maritime Bureau's Piracy Reporting Center. The U.S. Navy helps everyone understand what pirates are doing by sharing information, incident reports, and piracy trends. This also makes it easier for everyone to work together to respond to pirate attacks. What Combined Task Force 150 does? In addition to fighting piracy, the U.S. Navy takes part in missions with other countries, like Combined Task Force 150. The Combined Maritime Forces oversees CTF 150, a multinational naval task force whose main job is to improve maritime security and safety in the Gulf of Aden. the Arabian Sea, and the Indian Ocean. Its main goals are to fight terrorism, stop illegal activities like piracy and smuggling, and make the seas a safer place for everyone. These countries send naval assets like warships, planes, and people to watch, observe, and stop illegal activities in the area that has been given to them. By encouraging countries to work together, it makes maritime security operations more effective, stops pirates from doing their jobs, and helps lower the number of piracy events in areas that are prone to them. The U.S. Navy's participation in international task forces like CTF 150 shows that it wants to fight piracy through shared responsibilities and working together. A case study. Even though the U.S. Navy works hard to stop piracy, running into pirates can still be very difficult and dangerous. The U.S. Cape Street George and the U.S. Gonzales, both guided missile cruisers of the Ticonderoga class, ran into each other on March 18, 2006, while they were both on a very important task as part of Task Force 150 in the waters off the coast of Somalia. As the two warships cruised the ocean, they came across a ship pulling a group of dangerous skiffs, which could mean that the ship was planning to attack. A brave group of people from the U.S. Gonzales went out to investigate, but were met with a hail of shooting from the pirates, which only did minor damage to the U.S. Cape Street George. This caused the Cape Street George and the Gonzales to fire a lot of small arms at the pirate ship, which caused it to sink and two smaller skiffs to be captured. There was one dead body found on board when 12 pirates were captured. The fight made it clear how dangerous it is for naval troops to fight pirates in high-risk areas. New strategies and problems. Even though naval actions against piracy have been successful, pirates are still changing their strategies in response to what naval forces are doing. Pirates now use motherships to reach more areas and take over fishing boats to use for piracy activities, taking advantage of problems with who has authority in international waters. Pirates have also been known to commit crimes using computers, such as hacking into shipping company systems to get information or stop activities. These new methods make it much harder for naval forces to fight piracy, so they have to keep coming up with new ideas and changing to deal with new threats. The future of operations to stop piracy. In the future, the fight against piracy will need a united effort from the whole world to deal with the problems that lead to it, such as poverty, unstable governments, and weak marine law enforcement. Along with naval operations, other anti-piracy efforts, like using unmanned aerial vehicles for wider surveillance and financial tracking and analysis to stop pirates from getting money, will be very important in reducing the danger of piracy. Also, going after and punishing pirates who have been caught will serve as a deterrent. This, along with efforts to improve environmental protection and marine safety, will help lower the number of pirate attacks and protect the world's trade routes. Finally, piracy is still a problem that threatens maritime security and the safety of sailors who travel the world's seas. The U.S. Navy and its foreign partners are very important in the fight against piracy. They do this in many ways, such as through non-lethal deterrence, making ships safer, using best management practices, keeping an eye on things from the air, and sharing information with each other. Real-life encounters between naval troops and pirates show how dangerous and difficult it is to fight piracy in places where it is common. Pirates are always changing how they do things, so the fight against them will need to keep coming up with new ideas, adapting to new situations, and working together with other countries to make the threat less dangerous and protect future generations' access to global trade routes at sea. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.